Hello, everybody. Welcome to Newbies Work on Cars. Today, the video will be a little bit different than the usual. It's basically we'll be talking about the main reason why I started to uh, working on my cars myself, not taking to mechanic as much as I can. It's basically what made me make the video. As today I took the Kia Rio I have that have been shown in the videos before when installing the backup camera and the stereo. Went for an estimate for replacing the shocks and struts on it. So basically, that's still applied till nowadays, and I wanted to go with you and talk about this topic. So basically, I got the estimate here with me. I covered the name of the shop and some other information. It's not really to shame the shop themselves. It's just basically it's the idea on why you really need to learn about cars and why you need to do the work yourself. Just as a disclaimer, I am not a mechanic. I am not claiming to be a mechanic, but this one main reason that made me want to work on cars myself and not having a mechanic or not having a shop to do the work. And mainly it's the cost and why it costs that much to take a car to the shop. So basically, let's take a look at the estimate I got here, and we'll go through one by one, and we'll see what exactly needed and where things get costly and how things, how you read these estimates basically, because there's some things on them like they're add-ons or not really necessary. Anyway, if you look at the top, the service request is check brakes and suspensions. I walk in and yeah, I advise them like I've been hearing, some noises on bumpy roads. I would like to have that checked, and also I'd like to have the brakes checked also. Main reason I asked for the brakes, I already replaced the front brakes and rotors. That's not the deal. It's the rear ones are drum brakes, and basically you have to take the tire and the hub, not the hub, the it's like a hub assembly basically, not rotors. So you have to take them off and take a look at them like that way. I looked at the shop outside, like when the technician was working on it. They advised me the brakes are all good. I don't need to worry about them, but they did not take the tires off. So there's no way they actually checked the rear brakes. They just told me they were right. They didn't want to take a look at it anyway. So that's one thing I wasn't happy about, but the rest of the transaction was all right. They were okay. Let's take a look here. So basically, they recommended replacing the front and rears, which I was already expecting that anyway on that car. It says shock absorber rear, remove and install, or remove and replace rear shocks and or strut assembly both. So basically, they're quoting $100, $114.02 for the labor part, and $280.98 for the parts. So that's for both rear ones. So we'll be looking at $395 for both on the rear to be installed. Now, the next thing over here, they have the brand as Sunset Truck Shock, which I'm assuming it's in Monroe, but usually a lot of shops they replace them with the Monroe OE Spectrum. The Sunset Track, it's different brand. I'm assuming this is just an assumption. That's not the highest quality, somewhere medium. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment anyway, if you heard of those. But let's see. The front ones in this car, the front right and front left are different. So they have different part numbers and all that. But they quoted me $373.78 for the right one, and $373.78 for the left. And that's basically this quick strut assembly, which is Monroe OE Spectrum quick strut, which I'm expecting a lot of the shops around here they use these. Anyway, to my knowledge, again, correct me if I'm wrong. I think most Asian vehicles like Toyota, Honda, Kia, Hyundai, they use KYB. as the OEM. We'll be looking into that here a little bit shortly. Then basically they are quoting $202.70 for labor on that, and for the parts, $747.56. 747 for strut assembly on a Kia Rio. That's the lowest base model Kia available for that here. And also the same thing for Hyundai Accent. It's almost the same car. Suspension wise, engine wise, transmission, and a lot of accessories. They're exactly the same. Now, so we are now looking at $950.26 as for subtotal. That's scary, you know. Now, what they did after that, they recommend I replace all four tires. Now they are going. I'm sure I'm aware that my rear tires. That's they're needing some attention. They're getting old, so that's not a big deal. The front tires are good and nothing wrong with them. But their recommendation to replace all four under the assumption of if the shocks get bad, you might have flat spots in the tire itself, which is correct, but is not the case in my car. They did not check that. They did not check roundness or anything like that. They mentioned to me that I have one of the wheels have a bent in it and it wobbles a little bit, which is I'm already aware of that. Then they did not mention that in the quote at all, but they showed me that, so I'm okay with them showing that to me. So at least we know that they are doing a good job and taking care of their customer. But let's take a look on inside here. They are mentioning the threads and all that. What's left thread on the tires, which is great for people have no not don't have the ability to check these, so that's nice to know these. What they are doing in here, they quoted me for tires replacement for $403 for the tires and $179.96 for the replacement for the labor basically. So, and also what you look over here, there's they kind of upselling you, aside of they're telling you these tires, also they're upselling you inside the tires too. If you look on inside, it's basically they included like road hazard included into it, and also they included the alignment. Depends on the vehicle. Some vehicles they do need alignment. Some of them they don't. It depends on the design and the struts and where's the camber at, how that works. But for this car, what they call it's solid rear axis. So basically, the rear tires they don't have adjustability. If there's something wrong with them, they have to add shims to make them, to make them straight, rather if they have some lean into it. So many different places I went checked for alignment, and all of them they want to charge you at least $100 for the alignment, and they want to do all four tires, even though there's no adjustment for the rear tires. And that's an issue. You have to know what kind of car you have, what kind of suspension you have, so you can argue that. I got into some argument with a couple shops before, and they didn't believe me, and they went to check themselves, and they came back as like, oh, it's actually rear solid axle, which is we already said that. But over here, they're putting, I think it's $69 somewhere. I saw that earlier. Oh, that's on the second page. Yep, alignment $69.99. So anyway, now I noticed the tires they are putting in there. They're quoted me for the Ultimax tires, which is I have Hankook on it. So Hankook, to me, Hankook is a little bit better than Ultimax. Nothing wrong with General Ultimax at all. They're good tires. But anyway, so basically, the grand total they want to charge $2,000, 212.62 cents. So 2,212.62. That's for a Kia Rio. Now, for that car with 128,000 miles on it, maximum what you can get of it in the private market, maximum, you're looking about $3,500. So basically, they are charging you almost 2,000, a little bit over $2,000 on, let's say, $3,000 car, and that's without going anything major. That's just strut, shocks, and tires, and that's what grind my gears a lot of times with mechanics or mechanic shops. They try to upsell you. Now, this is just the beginning. A lot of shops, what they do is after you're done, and this is your code. I have an incident before. I don't want to name names of shops, but that shop closed in this area in the city. Basically, they after the code is done, and I was expecting a certain amount, they started adding. They forced me to uh, do brake flush if you did not want it. They make big deal out of it, and basically they have you sign in some papers that they're out of liability if anything happens, and yada yada yada. They make a big deal out of it. That's one thing. If somebody that's not familiar with that, what that mean, or they don't know if it's needed or not, they'll get scared and they get charged extra. And also, a lot of shops they will charge you for tool usage, also aside of what they quoted you here. So this quickly might turn up to $2,500 bill, even though it says $2,200. It might go like that quick. Anyway, that being said, I know I'm getting a little bit, it's been 11 minutes already, but let's take a look on how much it would possibly cost you as a DIYer. Now, I'm positive they are getting their parts from Napa, so I'll be looking on two options. Getting the same parts. Again, I'm ignoring the tires for now because I already know my front tires are good, nothing wrong with them, aside the bent wheel, which is that different story. And again, I'm already aware about the tire situation. I did not ask them about it. They just wanted to add that on top of it. So, uh, let's take a look on basically the struts. So you're looking 280 for the rears for parts price, and you're looking for 747 for the front. So let's bring the laptop and let's take a look at a few numbers in here. Okay, let's go now. Okay, 2008 Kia Rio. Let's look at struts. Now, when buying struts, you can buy just the cartridge inside and replace the springs and the top hat separately, or you can buy everything else together as assembly, which is that's what they call it. So we'll be looking at the assemblies itself, not gonna look at the you know like like this over here. So front, we are looking at. And by the way, when shops they quoted you prices, they usually have a discount from the shop, so the price they get is cheaper than what you actually get. That's for once, and also they don't pay taxes at the shop because you're gonna pay it anyway at the end. So the same price over here should be the same price that what they put in there, but usually they upsell you on that one or they added into it. So we are looking at $231.18 for the front left for the struts, and that's the Napa one. Let's see if it's mentioned if it's Monroe or not. Yep, quick struts. Usually quick struts. That's for Napa. That's the name they go for. So for Monroe. So we're looking for quick struts. It's 263 here and 263 there, or you have the other one which is 231 and one to $31 on the one side. Now, basically, the difference in here because these Kia have base model LX and this one's LX, so I'm assuming this is the most expensive one. So anyway, let's go for calculator here. So 263.47 by 2. So again, we're looking, if you want to go that route, we're looking for 526.94, let's say 527, and they're coding us $700. So that's about $200 extra. That's, they did not pay for. That's one thing. And again, I'm going for the more expensive one, not the cheaper one. Let's take a look at the rear one, and I'm assuming it's from Napa, which is more expensive than other places, but it is what it is. The rear one, it's all the same for that car apparently here in the shop, so it's $91.85. So 91.85 by 2. We're looking at $183.7, which is they quoted us $280.98. So that's about $100 extra. So here, by this, just calculating these two, just for part, without even labor, you're already $300 down the drain. Okay, that's one thing. Now, as a DIYer, we have a lot of other sources. You can either go at eBay and buy it that way, or you can go on Rock Auto and do it that way. For struts, usually I do prefer going off Rock Auto for a car you wanted to keep for a while, because at least you know what the exact brand you're getting. So let's go for Rock Auto. 2008 Kia Rio. It's Rio. Okay. And we're looking for struts. So, and again, we'll be looking for a full assembly. And over here, where you have different options, you have economy, you have daily, you have original quality, you have different manufacturers, different brands, and so on and so forth. Now let's take a look on what do we have here. Basically, let's go for the Monroe. That's what we're looking at. So you're looking at $114.79. And if you want to get the two, that's 235. 235. And here, what do we have? 747. So basically, you're looking at $500 difference. Right here. We did not go to labor yet. You can buy these and save yourself $500 and pay somebody to do it for you. You don't have to even go that route. Now, let's take a look at the rear ones. Shock absorbers. These are the rears. Again, we are just looking for Monroe. Even though KYB, I would assume the KYB is the OEM because it's the OEM for a lot of cars made in Asia, like Toyota, Honda. I'm assuming Kias and Hyundais also have these. But let's look, because again, I'm just comparing what exactly you're getting at a shop and how much you can get it yourself. So the Monroe here is $47.79 each. So let's go there. 79. You need two of these. That's $95.58. Again, we've been quoted $280. So basically over here we're saving 185 plus 511. So basically that's 600, that's $700 saving of what they quoted originally. Anyway, so What I would be looking at, honestly, I was looking to change it anyway, but I decided to go, to check and see what's compared prices and things of that. What I'm going to do here, I am most likely going to get the KYB, as is the OEM, both for the rears. And let's go under suspension, shock absorber. Let's take a look at the front. So this is the rears. Let's go for struts. As we can look here, there's a lot of different manufacturers. And again, I'm going for the KYB, that just because. And again, you have right and left on the front one, so you have each. So that's a $50 each. That's for the cartridge itself. The spring itself have no issues. So basically, what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace just the bad internals. So we'll take the struts itself apart and replace what's needed to be done and put it back together. Not buying a whole assembly, basically. So we'll be looking at about $200 basically in that. Now, I do recommend getting the strut mount basically over here. That's for the front ones. There you should be all right on that car. For the front ones, because it have a bearing and it turns with the wheel. When you turn the wheel right or left, that will turn the you have a bearing inside and that will turn with it. If you buy cheaper assembly of eBay, they might go bad quick or might make noises at winter and all that. If I can save the original one that's on the car, I will definitely do that because there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the cartridge inside the shot that's going bad. Okay. Now, I do apologize. Apparently, it took a little bit longer. Hopefully, I got the idea on why or how I actually started working on my own cars. Just basically the cost and what the shops can overcharge you for. And, you know, I, again, I did not discuss the labor. Each shop charges different amount of labor. Depends on the shop you go to and where's that. That's their right. That's their estimation on how much their technician worth. But to overcharge for every single thing that they can and also upselling for things that technically not needed, that's what grind my gears and that's what annoys me a lot. And that makes it that makes it more enjoyable or more desirable to work on the car yourself and fix your car yourself. um Again, if you like to see the video for replacing the struts within next few weeks, please let me know. Like, share, subscribe the video if you think that's and beneficial information. If you know somebody that have they might find that beneficial also, share it with them. Again, thank you for watching Newbies Work Our Cars and have a wonderful day.